Freezing up to $500 million in funding to the World Health Organization during the middle of a global pandemic probably would strike most folks as a bad idea. But to Team Trump, it's good politics, distracting and deflecting from their flawed response by focusing blame on China. Now, there's just one problem. President Trump keeps contradicting the message. One day, acting like China's cheerleader.
Late last night, I had a very good talk with President Xi. It's a tough situation. I think they're doing a very good job.
And the next minute, firing off fundraising emails, calling out China's lies, saying Trump's the only one to hold them accountable. Now, if this Jekyll and Hyde routine doesn't make sense, it's because you're paying attention. So let's cut through the noise and lay out the facts. Coronavirus was first detected in China in December 2019. The Chinese Communist government tried to suppress reports of the outbreak, publishing false assurances that it was all under control, not contagious, while punishing doctors and journalists who tried to tell the truth. This is the opposite of transparent, and yet that's exactly what President Trump called the Chinese response on January 24th. It's one of at least 12 times that Trump talked up China's coronavirus response, according to CNN's K-File. While he's mentioned China in the context of the coronavirus 52 times alone, according to FactBase. It's bizarre because Trump's generally been a hawk on China, slamming the formerly bipartisan belief that engaging China would lead to liberalization. It hasn't. Here's the thing. China's influence on international organizations like the WHO has only grown as the Trump administration has retreated from global leadership. The Trump administration's message is even more muddled because they're playing partisan politics with the pandemic. Trying to tie Joe Biden to China in a fact challenge ads that shows him with former Washington State Governor Gary Locke, who happens to be of Asian descent. And while Trump praises himself for shutting down travel from China, that came after most carriers shut down flights on their own and after the virus arrived in the U.S. Now, all this can lead to whiplash. Check this out. The day after Donald Trump Jr. accused anyone of defending China's COVID response of being an authoritarian communist propagandist, his dad did exactly that, saying he had much respect for the Chinese efforts. So what accounts for Trump's flip-flopping? Some folks point to business deals the Trump family has pursued with China while in office, while others point to the trade war. But it's notable that many of Trump's statements come after he talks to Chinese leaders. Trump is famously susceptible to flattery, and as a former Bush administration Asia specialist says, he's drawn to authoritarian leaders. Bottom line, there's no reason to take China's word when it comes to the coronavirus. But unfortunately, there's no reason to take Donald Trump's word either, because his ego and short-term self-interest obscures facts on a daily basis. Overcoming a global pandemic requires working together on a global scale, elevating truth over lies, and putting cheap partisan stunts aside. And that's your reality check.